It is Papa Dean. This is me. No, this is you. This is the me and you that you betrayed. This is me on a Tuesday morning. This is me forcing myself out of the blankets, forcing eyes to meet the light. This is me confirming that the sun was up. Slept with voices of crickets, now the bands took over the set. I remember a doctor recommending some meds. I remember when my heart and mind was a complete mess. I remember my weak body leaning on the edge of the rooftop, I guess. I remember tears on my face making a request for you to come back. I remember the push you made on my chest. I remember doing my best. I remember getting in the lecture hall, face so dull, everybody smiling. I remember cutting all your friends off to make you a priority. I remember calling your name out loud anytime I had a bad dream. I remember sitting alone at the edge of the river, making endless wishes, seeing a future with your pink lips. I remember some protest in my own blood. I remember planting a seed of a flower on an anniversary, carrying your heart bag on my right hand. I remember giving you a key that you destroyed. I remember holding my phone all night. This is the asthmatic me with an inhaler trying to get some bread. This is me staggering in the pub because tears can't make me forget your betrayal. This is me preparing for a battle because he said I should fight for what I love. Now what I love is just an illusion. I remember closing my one eye anytime you told me you were not home. I remember having 100 shillings in my pocket, was the only left, sending it to you to make sure you sleep full and tight. I struggling at 2 a.m. to get some sleep. I remember being so loyal I could even share my phone with you, blocking everyone and pinning the one chat for you. I remember the one day I called my parents to give them the good news that I got someone to give me kids. I remember you talking to my parents, telling them how much you love me, crying anytime I gave a surprise. I remember the keys on my birthday, the wishes I made. I remember everyone cheering us up because they saw a good couple. I remember kneeling and asking for forgiveness anytime I went astray. The girl on my dreams. I remember us walking together, me on the right and you took the left side. Hands together in matching outfits, smiling everybody, trying to break the board, showering together, sharing a towel. I remember in the kitchens, giving you back hugs, kissing you on your neck. I remember your smile anytime I said I love you. I remember shutting up anytime you were talking, hanging up when my friends are calling, singing for you when your day was boring, escorting you to the town even before I knew where you were going. I remember deleting all my social media apps to avoid temptations, paying your school fees with minded eye, repeating the school. I remember taking the responsibility, washing the house and the utensils anytime you made your nails, writing your assignment when you were tired, singing a lullaby anytime you couldn't get sleep, cooking your favorite food, pretending to be happy to make you happy, fighting everyone, trying to poison your heart with your sweet words, lying to my parents that I was sick so that they can send a double of the cash. I was there for you anytime you had a bad day. I remember abandoning classes to go hustle for you to make your hair, hiding from everyone to give you time, getting up early, going to the town and getting a 20 bob in the evening, and you yelling at me. It is on a Sunday morning. This is me on the left and she takes the right side seat. We sharing breakfast before going to church. My left hand holding a cup of coffee and the right one holding my phone. Everything stops and the silence takes over. Only the sound of a sorrowful piano play from the neighboring church and the beast voice of a pastor advising a couple of the girls. This is not a frozen lake, it's a house and humans live here. Turns my hand and looks at her eyes. I could read the suspense in her eyes. I could see the eyes getting red and too small. Her face so dull I could smell the eager to ask something. Something so deep you could recognize her lips dying to ask. I could smell her blood burning, the bitterness in her glance and her blood moving so fast. I calls her name and before I start to talk, she opens the mouth, raises the index finger. This is me waiting for a big sack full of stories. She tells me I should take a bath because it was getting late. I wonder if this is a breakup time or time to go to church. Maybe she thought this wasn't the right time to say. And if she was going to say it, why not, since it was her best way? I'm getting nervous, getting angry. She should just tell me what is in her mind. This makes me remember our first days in the relationship, sitting at the edge of the bed, her ears wide open listening, blushing and destroying the hair she made that day before, non-stop smiling, dimples over the face, drunk in my words, believing in every word I say, zero replies since everything I said was perfect. When sleeping, I couldn't close my eyes, being on the look because I had promised to take care of her. Getting asleep on my chest since it was hers, adding a pillow on my left side because the world had given me a princess, replacing my bed sheets to white ones to match her purity, heartbeat so slow they barely reached a 7-2 count. Trying to give her a life that she dreamed of, saving her special name with some red circular heart emojis, mastering her sense, holding hands, working together and giving second chances. I get some headphones since I didn't like the preaching from outside. If taking a shower would reveal her thoughts, then why not take a cold one? She starts walking up and down, holding a cup of coffee like a pastor and a microphone at the altar. I could see the patience fading and the body welcoming impatience with open hands and a place to settle. Sits down, wakes up again with 100% confidence to face me, to face the heart she was going to betray, facing the hands that protected her always. Calls me by my name for the first time, stammers as if she wasn't prepared enough. She picks her phone with 49 missed calls. This one she picks, but the only word she says, it's okay. This phone call makes me remember sometimes back when I used to pick some calls for her. The days that betrayal was only a word. The days that to her money was nothing. The days that love was her first priority. The days that everybody knew she belonged to me. Now all these are just memories and nightmares at the back of my hand. Remembering the days that couples on the streets could stare at us for hours and say we would like to be like that. Who thought that this would happen? Who thought that I would be betrayed? My heart so sure that she belonged here. I remember holding hands in front of a man of God, bedtime praying together to the gods to protect our love. Who knew that the heart that I treasured the most could turn me down? Who knew that the girl who was always on my side now is on my way? Who knew that I would be lacking sleep every night and the tiny mosquitoes making a feast out of it? Who knew that my trust would be broken? Who knew she was a monster sent to destroy my peace? This gets me opening my eyes and realizing being in the shower for the whole hour and late for church. I could hear my temper rising. Maybe this was fate. Maybe I'm just becoming dramatic. Gets out of the shower, dressing as fast as I could. Before getting out, I looks at her eyes, ready to give her a goodbye kiss, senses the hatred running in her blood so fast. I never thought of this relationship ending, but if she was going to end it, why the hell on a Sunday? I walks out and rushes to the church. Everything in the church reminds me of the girl I found 4 years ago. I remember when we used to kneel and talk the truth. No concentration in the church, my mind just triggering the memories. Everything that happened in the church. All I hear is noises from the people praying. Maybe a break could give me the concentration. Excusing myself from the church, I am trapped by a stair that leads to a red flower, which I don't know its name. This question hitting my head, why would she break me up on a Sunday? I wonder and then remembers. 4 years ago, I was taking a service break like this I made today. I was the only one outside the church. On my left stands a flower tree glowing with a million red parts in it. I gets my phone out and takes a picture of the flower tree. Looking at the picture, I could see a pair of red shoes that match the flowers. I'm not done with the photo in my phone. The owner wakes up. Indeed, she was beautiful. Getting in the church together and promising to catch up after the service. I remember blue ticks at the first time. I remember saying Papa Dane for the first time. The church is over. I get back to my house. The door isn't locked, no red heels, no scent of fire in the house. Everything is different today. No music and nobody in the house. There is a letter on the table, not sure what is in it. Holds the letter and my body is trembling and my mind is asking questions. Maybe this is a breakup letter. Maybe she committed suicide. Maybe she got kidnapped. Or maybe the house was robbed. Maybe she left to take a break. I don't want this to end. This is me opening the letter. My hands trembling in fear. My eyes wide open and red. Why would she break up with me? Why would she go for a man I know? Why would she get married before I did? Why would she betray me? Why would she betray the only person who stood with her when she had nothing? When nobody was her friend? When nobody would care about her background? When nobody knew she even existed? Why would she switch the love to different people? Why would she destroy my peace? Why?